In the 1950s and 1960s, the U.S. military, which had experienced the baptism of World War II, had developed into an unprecedented military force. However, the competition was fierce. While one side vigorously developed the strategic bomber forces, the other side developed the strategic submarine forces. One of the countermeasures of the U.S. military was to use nuclear bombs. For example, they used the Monster air-to-air nuclear rocket with a nuclear warhead to specifically target bomber groups. To deal with submarines, they used nuclear depth charges. Today, we will introduce the weapons of this type that the U.S. military has equipped in the past. 90 Malawian Kwaches. The 90 Malawian Kwaches is a nuclear depth charge developed in 1952, codenamed Betty. It was an early product and was not yet mature in terms of performance. Its biggest flaw was that it could only be dropped from an aircraft. Because its power was too great, it would cause damage to surface vessels if deployed from them. Therefore, the U.S. military began to retire it in the late 1950s. At that time, the United States was at the forefront of miniaturizing nuclear bombs. The 90 Malawian Kwaches weighed only 564 kilograms, was 3.1 meters long, had a maximum diameter of 0.8 meters, and had an explosive yield of 32,000 tons of TNT. It was also the world's first nuclear bomb to undergo a blasting test at a depth of over 300 meters, which was important for evaluating the damage of nuclear bombs to submarines. The 90 Malawian Kwaches had a major accident. In 1959, a Martin P-5M carrying a 90 Malawian Kwaches was forced to land on the sea due to a malfunction. The crew was successfully rescued, but the nuclear bomb is still missing to this day. 101 Malawian Kwaches. The 101 Malawian Kwaches, also a product of the 1950s, codenamed Lulu, had a later service time than the 90 Malawian Kwaches, serving from 1958 to 1971. At that time, the U.S. military and its allies heavily relied on anti-submarine weapons, and some were deployed to military bases in Europe. The bomb weighed 540 kilograms, was 2.29 meters long, and had a diameter of 0.46 meters. Its structure was much more compact than the 90 Malawian Kwaches. It used the W-34 nuclear warhead with an explosive yield of approximately 11,000 tons, making it more suitable for tactical nuclear strikes. The 101 Malawian Kwaches could only be dropped from an aircraft. In addition to anti-submarine warfare, it was also suitable for use against surface vessels. It also had an important function of being able to be used in land warfare, which made it popular among senior military commanders due to its multitasking ability. 105 Malawian Kwaches. The 105 Malawian Kwaches entered service in the same year as the 101 Malawian Kwaches, codenamed Hotpoint. Unlike the previous two, it focused more on bombing fortified emplacements. Therefore, its appearance was quite special. It could also be set to explode mode for anti-submarine warfare or to airburst and attack ground targets. The bomb was deployed in an airdrop operation and included a deceleration parachute to slow its descent. This was to allow the aircraft enough time to escape the blast point when attacking ground targets, as the explosion from a nuclear bomb would cause damage to the aircraft itself. The bomb also used the W-34 nuclear warhead. The 105 Malawian Kwaches weighed 770 kilograms, with a length ranging from 2.4 to 3.7 meters. The length variation was due to adjustments in appearance based on specific operational purposes. When used as a depth charge, it required the addition of a fairing. This bomb was in service until 1965. B57. The B57, initially known as the 57 Malawian Kwaches, was one of the most successful nuclear depth bombs. It replaced the 101 Malawian Kwaches and served from 1963 to the 1990s. It had excellent performance, a streamlined body, and could be launched from multiple aircraft, including the SH-3 anti-submarine helicopter, or the supersonic CF-104 fighter. The B57 had 6 different models, each with varying explosive yields ranging from 5,000 to 20,000 tons of TNT, depending on the different operational missions and fuse detonation methods. The United States produced a total of 3,100 B57 airdrop nuclear bombs, making its production quite high.